What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Or welcome to your first time here. Guys, my time here on YouTube is limited. Actually, every prepping channel, every conservative news channel, anyone that does it walks that tightrope of censorship that YouTube puts up is limited here on YouTube. Their time is limited, plus the content that we produce here for you all is limited because of all the censorship and things. YouTube is constantly changing their community guidelines and their standards and things too, so you don't know from one day to another what's going to be acceptable to YouTube or not. Just recently, I got an email from YouTube talking about their new community guidelines, and it's mainly about medical misinformation. Essentially, anything that goes against what the WHO says is medical misinformation, because the WHO, or the World Health Organization, has all the correct answers when it comes to your medical. Even doctors, scientists can't question anything the WHO says, and they're really cracking down on cancer misinformation. Any information that is presented here on YouTube by someone talking about cancer and alternative cancer treatments, you're out. And that's their new policy here on YouTube. After January 6th, it was against YouTube policies to question the election results. You get a strike, you get demonetized, you get your channel taken down. During the whole COVID thing, if you mention anything about COVID at all that went against, the mainstream narrative of the WHO, then you got a strike, demonetized, channel deleted. And it keeps getting worse and worse, and I think as the time goes on, it's going to get worse and worse because they're trying to push out, any conservative, any Christian, any pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment, pro-freedom voices out of YouTube because they don't want people having information. And just a matter of time for all of us before we get shut down. And the federal government, they want to completely control the internet. And they've been working, this has been found out, directed with these big tech companies and with these social media platforms to directly ban people and telling them exactly what is allowed, what isn't allowed. So it's, obvious violation of the Constitution of the United States of America. But they don't care. The Constitution of these people doesn't mean anything, and they don't care if it's legal or not. They just make it legal because they make the law. They own the courts. They own everything. So my time here on YouTube is limited, and I'm going to stay on here as long as I can because this is where all the people is. You can go to somewhere like Rumble, which I have, and most people on Rumble get no traffic at all, no views at all. There's a few that does, but very few, it seems. I know myself personally, I'm on Rumble, been on Rumble for a couple of years now, and I have, I think, a little over 1,000 subscribers on Rumble. I don't really push it here because I see there's really no traffic there on Rumble for me. It doesn't seem like, anyways. At least it hasn't been the case. And I'll put a video up on Rumble, and it will get maybe 12, 15 views. I mean, it's just ridiculous the views are on Rumble. I got more views on Shooting Odyssey, which I'm still on Odyssey. I'll put a link in the description box below too, check the Odyssey channel out. But I get more views on Odyssey than I do Rumble. But my main backup platform is Substack. On Substack, I can put out the newsletter in a written text form. I can also put out video. I can also put out a podcast to my subscribers. So go to Substack, link description box below in the first pinned comment, and click on that, put in your email to subscribe to me on Substack. That way, when something happens on YouTube, I can just go straight over to Substack and tell you all what happened and keep on posting there on Substack. A lot of people will tell you to go to their Patreon channel to fight censorship, or to go to their locals channel. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, they're set up on those where you have to pay a fee to watch the videos and things and to participate over there on Patreon and locals. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good business model. However, I'm asking you to go to Substack and just subscribe with your email. It doesn't cost anything. I'm not going to charge you nothing on Substack. If YouTube takes the channel down here, I might have a separate membership on Substack at some point. Right now, I don't. It's totally free. So go over there and sign up, and then when something happens on YouTube, I can send you an email, and you'll know where I'm at. You can go watch my videos on Substack and see I'll set up a podcast or whatever to keep in contact, keep the information flowing. And Substack is a lot freer of a platform than here on YouTube. It's more free than Patreon also. And we've got to have backups here, guys. We've got to have ways to keep going when they try to take us down here on YouTube, because it's the easiest place to take us down at is YouTube. YouTube owns this platform. They set the guidelines, they set all the rules, and if you don't go by exactly what they want you to say, and you question it, especially WHO, then you're out of there. And we don't want that. We don't want to be shut down, because then you had no information getting out. And having information is what keeps us alive, in my opinion, because we've got to know what's happening, what's coming. And Substack, in my opinion, is a great platform in which to do that on. So guys, go down the link description box below and click on that link, put your email address in, hit subscribe, and you'll be done. And I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully, if YouTube don't kick me in the rear end right out the door.